Hey there, everybody! Do you love to travel and learn about new places? Great, then you are in the right place. Join Jasmine the cat and Gracie the tortoise as they have fun traveling the beautiful United States and learning lots of cool new facts.
Hello again, friends, or roll tide. It's Jasmine, the jazzy gray cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Hi, Gracie.
Greetings and roll tide to you too, Jasmine, and all of our friends. I'm so glad you're here to go with us to the 22nd state as of 1819, Alabama.
Friends, you know what? For those of you not from Alabama, like us, the greeting roll tide comes from a cheer for the Crimson Tide, the football team from the University of Alabama. Crimson is another way to describe the color red, and the cheer is to get the team to win.
Terrific explanation, Jazzy.
Oh, thanks, Gracie. Now come on, let's get to Alabama. Over here on the map, let's find Alabama. Guess what? I found it. It's here in the southeastern part of the United States. All around it are Tennessee to the north, Georgia to the east, Florida and Mobile Bay to the south, and Mississippi to the west. The state got its name from the Alabama River, which got its name from the Native American tribe that lived here. It also has a bunch of nicknames. The first one is the Yellowhammer State, which is about the state bird, the northern flicker. The northern flicker is a woodpecker that has yellow feathers underneath its tail feathers, so it's called the yellowhammer. Oh, now I get it. It hammers on trees and has yellow. So they call it the yellow hammer or yellowhammer.
Yes, that name is a good description of that bird. Can you tell us about the other names?
Sure can. The next one is the Cotton State, because Alabama has grown lots of cotton. And the last one is my fave, the Heart of Dixie. Dixie is another way to describe the American South, and Alabama is right in the center of the South.
The Spanish were the first Europeans here in the 1500s. They were looking for gold.
Wonder if they found any.
I'm not sure, but after that were the French and then the English. But the first people living here came about 10,000 years ago, and some of these people lived in a cave.
A cave? Really? That sounds kind of damp. My fur does not do well in damp. But maybe if I had my princess bed.
Luckily, we have our house and our cute blue camper. But all the way back in 8000 BC, over 10,000 years ago, people were living in Russell Cave.
Russell Cave? That name doesn't sound very Native American.
It's not. The cave was named after Thomas Russell, a Revolutionary War soldier who used to own the land. The cave is close to Bridgeport, which is near the Alabama-Tennessee border. It's just one of Alabama's many caves.
Wow! I bet Alabama has a lot of cool stuff to see. Let's get going. Our cute blue camper is waiting.
Alabama certainly does, and you're right, it's time to go. Important cities that we need to know about are Montgomery, which is the capital, Mobile, and Birmingham.
There's also lots of trees here. Over 70% of the state is forest. I bet that's where the yellowhammers live. They're woodpeckers, and you know woodpeckers like trees.
Alabama is also famous for making iron and steel. This is easy for them to do because they have all the natural resources needed to make both of them. Finally, Alabama is known for their Southern hospitality.
I know what Southern hospitality means. It means you're super nice to everybody and have good manners. And you know what they'll do? They'll offer you sweet tea, which is iced tea that is nice and sugary. Delish. They also love to watch and play football here in Alabama.
That they do. And how about this? Alabama is also for snail lovers. 42% of the snails that live here in the United States are right here in Alabama.
Wow, that's a lot of snails. The next fact is super important, especially to all you holiday lovers. In 1836, Alabama was the first state to make Christmas a legal holiday. A legal holiday means that places where people work have to close so that everybody can have the day off to celebrate. Christmas did not become a legal holiday for the whole country until 1870. I wonder what took the rest of them so long.
That is a mind-boggler. Now let's talk about a few famous people before our first stop.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
I have two wonderful people born here. Hank Aaron, a black baseball player and one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He broke Babe Ruth's home run record by hitting 755 home runs. And then there's Rosa Parks, a very brave black woman who wouldn't give up her seat at the front of the bus and moved to the back.
Gracie, if she had a seat, why would she have to move?
Because there used to be laws telling black people where they could sit, what school they had to go to, or which water fountains they could drink out of.
Well, those weren't very nice laws. I'm glad we don't have them anymore. And I'm very glad that Rosa Parks didn't give up her seat. That was very brave. I know another brave woman who lived here, Helen Keller. When she was a baby, she got very sick and lost her hearing and sight. But that didn't stop her. I hope we visit her house so we can learn more about her.
A wonderful idea. Now here we are at our first stop, Dauphin Island. It's all the way down at the bottom of Alabama, 3 miles south of Mobile Bay, in the Gulf of Mexico. To get there, we'll have to drive across this bridge. It's only 3 miles long.
Oh, we can watch the water go by as we drive. What can we do when we get there?
Let's see. We can go to Fort Gaines, the beach, the Dauphin Island Sea Lab and Estuary, or the Audubon Bird Sanctuary.
Tough choice. They all sound fun, but let's go to the Audubon Bird Sanctuary. You know how cats love birds.
Jazzy!
As friends, not food. Oh, Gracie.
I was just teasing you. I know you are a friend of birds. Now let's start on the trail. I wonder what birds we'll see.
Look over there, Gracie. I see a mourning dove, a brown pelican, and a red-bellied woodpecker. How about you?
I see someone over there in the swamp feeding the turtles. Let's go and help.
Gracie, look at all the different kinds of turtles. I count 15 different ones. Oh no, here comes an alligator. We don't want to feed that.
No, we don't. That means breakfast is over. I'm sure the turtles are full anyway. Now it's time to head to Birmingham. It's in the northern half of Alabama. We'll pass by Montgomery, the capital, which is in the middle of the state.
Super. There's lots to do there. A zoo, a botanical garden, and lots of museums. What do you think, Gracie?
I think we should start at the Vulcan statue and museum.
What's a Vulcan?
Vulcan is an ancient Roman god of fire and forge. Remember from Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, a forge is where a blacksmith makes tools and other things out of iron. This Vulcan statue was made for the 1904 World's Fair in Missouri. It's 56 feet tall and one of the tallest statues in our state.
Oh my goodness, Gracie. It is huge. Let's go to the top and see all around Birmingham.
It is a great view. There's also a museum at the bottom, but I think we'll go over to the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute to learn about the Civil Rights Movement.
I know what the Civil Rights Movement was. It was about how everybody should be treated equally, no matter the color of their skin, if they're a boy or a girl, where they go to church, how old they are, or what country they're from. Many of the protests or gatherings to make these changes were held here in Birmingham and the rest of the South.
You're absolutely right. Let's go in and find out more.
Gracie, look at this schoolroom display. The room for the white children is all nice, with desks and lots of books. The one for the black children is dark, and the desks are old, and I don't see many books. That's not fair. Everyone needs books to learn.
No, Jasmine, you're right. It wasn't fair, and that's what the Civil Rights Movement changed. Black people were not always treated fairly, and everyone deserves to be treated fairly.
Absolutely. Come on over here. The last exhibit is all about hope, because just like Martin Luther King Jr., we have a dream that one day all people and animals will be able to live together and be safe.
Yes, I have that dream too. There is plenty here for everyone. This museum was most enlightening. Next stop, U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. It's the largest space museum in the world.
I've got my spacesuit on already, so let's go.
You look great. Here in the Davidson Center for Space Exploration, We get to see a model of the Saturn V rocket. I am a quiver.
Totally cool. It's almost as big as the whole building. It's 363 feet long. That's bigger than the Statue of Liberty. It was used back in the 1960s to take astronauts to the moon. I hope we can go someday. But for now, let's go to the rocket and shuttle park outside.
I feel very small beside these NASA rockets.
Over here! We can pretend to do a space landing in Rocket Park. What fun!
Another enjoyable activity here is space camp.
Space camp? That sounds like fun. Can we go?
Unfortunately not. It's for children ages 9 to 18, where they learn all about being an astronaut. They even get to spend the night in a model of the International Space Station. There's even a camp for the whole family.
Well, that sounds mondo fun. Too bad we can't go. But you know what? They can always change the rules, and when they do, I am there.
Excellent plan, Jasmine. Now here we are at our last stop, Helen Keller's home, Ivy Green, in Tuscumbia.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. As I said before, Helen Keller got very sick as a baby, and when she got better, she couldn't see or hear. It was very frustrating for her and her family. She didn't have any way to tell anyone what she wanted or how she felt. She would get very angry and have tantrums. She must have felt very scared and alone.
I'm sure she did, but her parents found a wonderful teacher for her named Annie Sullivan, who taught her sign language. Then Annie also taught Helen to read using Braille. Braille is an alphabet in words made up of raised dots on paper. Another teacher, Sarah Fuller, taught her to speak again. Her teacher, Annie, is often referred to as the miracle worker because of all the ways she helped Helen.
Wasn't that great? When Helen grew up, she became very famous and helped other people that were like her. What a cute house! Look, the statue out front is of Helen and Annie at the water pump. That's where Helen learned the word water. Look, their arms form a heart. How sweet.
Now let's go inside and see her house. It looks just like it did when she lived here in the late 1800s.
Gracie, where's the kitchen? It's not in the house. Why not?
In the past, kitchens often had their own space because ovens were open fireplaces and it was safer. Kitchens got very hot with all that cooking, and having a separate room kept the whole house cooler.
What a great idea. People are so smart. I can't believe all the great places we went to. I think space jokes for the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Are you ready? Here goes. Hey, Gracie, what was the first animal in space?
I know that one. It was a dog from Russia.
I think you're right, but the answer to the riddle is the cow that jumped over the moon.
Of course, how silly of me. I guess that cow was before the dog. Now I have one you'll really like. Why did Mickey Mouse go into outer space?
Oh, I know this one. To find Pluto. Mickey would always look for Pluto if he was lost. And you're right, I do love this one. Now it's favorite place time. I love the Audubon Bird Sanctuary on Dauphin Island and feeding the turtles. How about you?
I really enjoyed learning about civil rights at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. Now, friends, which was your favorite? Don't forget to share it with someone you love.
Now come back next week when we go to Maine. I hear they have a state cat. Sounds like a super fun place. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. Thanks for exploring with us. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Jasmine and Gracie on their adventure today. Come back next week for the next one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gwen here. If you want to know more about the places we visited, just go to our website, jasmineandgracie.podbean.com, and go to the sources page, and you can find out all about the great places that we visited. See you next week. Bye-bye.